Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Greetings and salutations, we're back to look at new, not new, but new to me in this case. We're looking at Star Trek Voyager. And this is and we'll be talking about the pilot to the show. Which was a full-fledged an hour and 31 minutes, because it was a full, pilot. Because it was episodes 1, 2, come on. So, yeah, what was it? The episode was called The Caretaker. What was it about? While pursuing the trail of Maquis rebels, a newly commissioned Starfleet ship gets pulled to the far side of the galaxy. And, well, they end up getting involved, whether it was, I think they were holograms and all that, and at the same time, people that were just, some of the things that it reminded me of, the Time Machine, the Eloy and the, I think it's the Eloy and the, I can't remember the other one, but it reminded me, when they're on the planet, it reminded me of the, Time Machine and all that, but, what are my thoughts on this, though? I had actually been kind of excited. I was telling Mr. King how, hey, dude, I'm really excited to eventually watch Voyager, because, as, I've been watching these shows, I've really been getting into them, and the fact, I see why people love this IP. And that, so, one thing I didn't really realized, at first, when I was watching it, that Tom Paris, I think he was in, an episode of TNG, in which, him and, a few other cadets, including Wesley, had ended up causing, the death of a cadet. I think it was the same character, and, yeah, I thought, oh, so this is the same character that was just returning. I could be wrong. I don't know, man, but I actually thought it was pretty cool, in that a character who was in a show previously was pretty cool. I gotta say that I always like it when we have a Vulcan and, a crew, because it's always fun, whenever, they always have, the little bit, logic and all that debates.
Would anyone care for a game of chess when we are finished with our second duty shift?
No, I will be composing an arrangement for the loot, which should take several hours.
I am available for chess.
That we're always present, in TOS, and then sometimes in, Enterprise. Yeah, I also, the one thing I also really, I really like this. Both to both Kirk, Spock, Archer, and even Captain and Cisco. Well, I like that Cisco was a father, and also
You know what disturbs me? The ingratitude. I offered you my kindness, my help, my leadership. And how do you repay me? With betrayal.
In a way. I also like the fact that we have Captain Janeway, and the fact that, she has a husband. She is also, has things that she loves life. She, had her dogs, but at the same time, the whole thing that makes me think, oh, so this is what the entire show is about, which is, them trying to, in a way, get back to their own galaxy, in a way, and honestly, I think that is an awesome concept, for a Star Trek show, where like our characters are in a way having to interact with different races, species of aliens, and at the same time, no one then probably really knows. Oh, what are the human race and all that? That's awesome, and that it's like say so far in the galaxy that no one is like say, whoa, what's the Federation? And that is just like say, oh, this really gives you an opportunity to write episodes that are going to be rather different, that probably weren't done previously. Well, it'd probably be similar to like say what was done in Enterprise, but I'm excited to watch this. I'm excited for this show. I also really like say the use of makeup for the different races of aliens, like when they encounter Neelak, who I can say he is just, I don't know what it would be like say unusual, but he.
Drop their weapons! Drop them, my friends! Or he dies in an instant.
Do it.
Step aside! Come on! I strongly suggest you get us out of here.
6 to beam up.
He's a pretty cool character. Also, and that he is willing to like negotiate. He sort of reminds me of Quark at the same time. Like he is unaware of things, like unaware of like a bath and all that. And at the same time, like I kind of like the crux of the episode. Like say Harry Kim and another character are stuck on like the planet, and I think they had like say some kind of illness on their arms, and basically the doctors are trying to, the Okempa doctors are trying to help like say what's going on here? Why are you all having this on your arms and all that stuff? So yeah, I really like this whole pilot.
Gentlemen, welcome aboard Voyager.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Kim, at ease before you sprain something. Ensign, despite Starfleet protocol, I don't like being addressed as sir.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Ma'am is acceptable in a crunch, but I prefer captain. We're getting ready to leave. Let me show you to the bridge.
Well, it's fairly intriguing in that, like, oh, this is how we're going to introduce all of our characters, and that we interact with two different types of alien species, and at the same time, they are stuck. And in a way, the whole crux of it is trying to get home. So that's fairly cool. And yeah, I really liked it. I was fairly engaged most of the episode. And that's usually like when it comes to pilots of this show, especially when they're an hour long, they can be a bit difficult at times, because sometimes a lot of things will just, okay, sometimes I have to be really engaged.
Transporter room 2, do you have him?
They've got me.
Because some, well, ADHD will kick in and all that. But I thought this was all pretty good. See you next time.